Whenever the Spiel goes on the road, we like to hit all the hot spots, no matter what town we're in. And this week, we're coming to you from beautiful Springfield, Missouri, where we'll introduce you to the hottest new restaurant on the scene, take you downtown to see some amazing art, and bring you some live music from Missouri State University's Rockstar competition.
And where do you think you got that beautiful singing voice? Do you think it was from your mother?
And if you have a passion about something, it will come through usually. And we're very passionate and always have been passionate about hospitality.
Wow, it looks so pretty. Good job.
So it's interesting. I even shared with the owners when we got here that it's a mistake. We looked up Springfield, Illinois, and we found out it's in Springfield, Missouri. Mm-hmm. So we had to make that trip and come here and check out the table. And we're not disappointed.
Oh my goodness. No, I mean, look at this. Look at this.
It is. It's fantastic. She says she doesn't want it to feel too upscale that everyone doesn't feel welcome. And, that's the new thing is everybody's going an extra step. Everybody's, trying to do something a little bit different to make themselves stand out.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't come in and enjoy.
Absolutely. I mean, you come in and you see that door, that beautiful door.
Oh,
it
it's
looks
incredible.
like you're walking into a castle. And then the beautiful crystal chandeliers. Mm-hmm. And it looks super fancy, but you can come in your jeans and just have brunch, or just, she said, stop by for a coffee. They have students who just come in and sit and do their homework and have a coffee.
I love that. She said moms are bringing diaper bags and everybody's welcome. And then at night, they step it up a little bit with steaks and that type of thing. I just arrived in Springfield, Missouri, and I think it's so funny when you have a retail giant that is essentially the center of town. It's that little known store, that Bass Pro Shop. I guess it originated. Did it originate here 50 years ago or more than that?
So this is, I guess, their flagship store. Okay. It's incredible inside. Uh-huh. They have the aquarium there.
Yeah.
I brought my kids here, and it was so awesome that once we left, Lux came back with her friends.
Nice. So what's interesting here is a lot of kids come here to school.
Absolutely. My kid included.
That's right. That's one reason that we decided to come out. Super excited about the show tonight.
Yeah.
She's going to perform. And we should point out that I'm super excited because it was an audition process. Several people had to audition, and Miss Lux was chosen. So we're super excited to see her perform tonight.
She is representing her sorority, Tri Sigma. So
okay.
I'm super excited to see her. Of course, I've seen her perform many times, but it never gets old.
Yeah, well, we're going to try some of this food. And of course, I know it's going to be delicious.
It's delicious.
And then I think there's going to be like a tour of downtown, like maybe some great coffee shops, a wonderful Airbnb, because that's been our newest thing.
Yes, our host has been amazing. That place is gorgeous. So we'll give you a view of that.
Beautiful house. And what's so interesting, it seems like the last couple of places we've stayed, and we love to tell, our viewers where we're staying and recommend it. Mm-hmm. But there have been some little interesting nooks and crannies in all these houses of late.
Absolutely.
So stick around for that for sure. And then of course, as we said, Lux is going to sing for us. There's some great encouraging words coming up about just entrepreneurship and not being afraid to take that step.
Absolutely.
If you have an idea.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's eat.
All right, here we go.
There's two of us. So
find a sister.
Find somebody to help you. I say do it. Life's too short.
Something told me it was over when I saw you and her talking.
And when you meet them and you do talk to them, it's very difficult not to have a lot of respect and humbleness for their simplicity.
As a community resource coordinator with CRHPC, I am able to help you sign up for the marketplace insurance.
You can walk in and I can assist you with any sort of marketplace insurance, Medicare assistance, and Medicaid assistance.
You do not have to be a patient of CRHPC to come see me and for me to help you.
We will do whatever we can to help you have affordable and reliable health care.
Sedona means tranquility. I'm Christy Rosicki.
I am Ron Brzezicki,
the owners of Sedona Bistro.
All we can do is supply good food, good service, and do the best we can every day. Come in, my job is to prove that, hey, we're good enough that you want to come back.
Hi, I'm Russell Utterback Real Estate. We established our business in 1980. My wife and I have been in this business for 45 years.
Made a lot of, not just clients, but good friends from it.
It's just a great experience to work alongside my parents and help the family business grow.
I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. This is truly family, and I feel like a part of it.
And we appreciate this small rural community and helping people with their real estate needs.
Shout out to our sponsor of the Spiel in the Kitchen, Prairie Farms. They are now out with a single serve iced coffee, everybody. And the crowd goes wild. So listen, their whole slogan, which I love this, it's like skip those long lines, get your single serve, and they're your favorite coffee house flavors. Single serve Prairie Farms, good job. They've always had it in the half gallons and done really, really well in stores, so it's nice to see.
I like
that.
this. You can grab it, take it in your car.
And go, that's it.
Nestled in the heart of the Ozarks, Springfield, Missouri, is a vibrant city bursting with charm. Sure, Bass Pro Shop is iconic, but there's so much more to explore in what is also called the birthplace of Route 66. The city has been called the Buckle of the Bible Belt. Stroll through the historic downtown square, filled with eclectic shops and eateries. Discover the buzzing art district, where creativity meets culture. And don't miss the energy of Missouri State University, driving innovation and spirit. From outdoor trails, live music venues, to some great coffee shops, Springfield blends small-town warmth with big city flair. Come see why it's a hidden gem in the Midwest.
I'm Sheri Perkins, one of the owners, and this is my sister.
Renee Tegster, partner, co-owner.
We've always wanted to do something together, and about 3 years ago I had a career change, and a little before that she had a career change and then was taking care of grandbabies until they went to school. So when they went to school, that was all happening at the same time, and we said, why not now? And just jumped right in. Never looked back.
I've traveled quite a bit, and my husband, we would be places, and I would say, I'm going to have a restaurant like this someday, or it's been a dream for sure. And again, life just happens, and then the next thing you know, you wake up in your 50s, so like, if you're going to do it, we better get on it. And she's always wanted to do a retail space, and so it's a little different than we imagined, but it is actually better, I think, probably.
Bigger, for sure.
Bigger and better than we imagined it, so.
What did you purposely put in this space?
Every single thing you see.
Every little
yeah.
thing.
And there was not one thing that happened here that was not an intentional choice, and very thought through. Most things that you see here are found things that are like vintage or antique. We did a lot of traveling and picking to try to find those things. And then what we couldn't find or afford, we made pretty much. Like all of the wall paneling we did.
The wall sconces.
The wall sconces we created. So basically, there was a lot of antique stores, flea markets, people's backyards, marketplace. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. We did not want the space to go super girly, like a tea room or something. We wanted every demographic, both genders, everybody to feel welcome here. So I think that's a little bit why we went a little bit neutral. We did add kind of surprising ourselves, we did add the little touch of pink on the curtains, but that's about it. Everything else is pretty just gender neutral. So.
Got it. So why this building?
We've seen this property here since we were children, small children, and it's just been here our whole lives, but just abandoned, vacant. And we were just like, could that work? So pull in the parking lot, didn't know it was for sale. There was a sign, but it had blown over. So we did a printout of commercial properties that fit that criteria, and this was on it. So we came here, looked at it, and literally we've never looked back. It just happened. We just kept walking and it kept happening. So that's kind of how we like to say it chose us.
We initially purchased them thinking we would put the restaurant in the silo in the first couple floors, and then develop the other levels later on. But while it is structurally sound, we had an engineer look at it. It is could be compromised if you start cutting into the walls and stuff inside. So we did not want to compromise the structure, obviously. So we just did a pivot and made a new build. But we did want this to feel like, is it new or has it been here? Yeah, the silos have a great history. A flour mill. They exported a lot of flour across the oceans and did a lot of things before the time of a lot of other flour mills. And also found that very inspirational that he came in and did some things that hadn't been done yet in this flour mill. So yeah, it's a neat piece of history that we didn't know all about until we bought it, but it's fascinating.
Every cow has a name here. The kids probably almost know, they know the calves better than I do. They can tell you all about their personalities.
This cow's name is Starburst. I picked out a name before she was born.
Yesterday, we came home from a ball game. We pulled in the farm. Mom, we need to go check. There was a cow that was close to calving. We need to go check her. It means the world to me because you know that they sincerely care and they love it.
Addie is my heifer from this year. She was Supreme Champion. We had never had a Supreme Champion, and she was Junior Champion, and it was just really cool because we had never had that before. I like caring for cows to show because I just get to do it every day. I get to wash them, feed them, and they just get to be special with me, and I just love it so much. I want to be a farmer because I just love doing it so much every day. Like, it's hard some days, just like motivating yourself, especially when it's cold. But it's a lot of fun once you get out there because you get to like spend time with my grandma and grandpa and spend time with cows, so it's just a lot of fun.
Morning and night, I'm checking them, making sure they're eating, checking all their stuff because I want to make sure that they're successful. My kids will usually come out and help. They even come out even before school. They'll feed calves.
We know the more comfortable that cow is, the more milk she's going to produce, which all in all makes it a more sustainable product. For example, sand bedding, keeping them cool, misters, flush alleys, grooved concrete so they're not slipping and falling so they don't have foot problems.
Healthy, happy cows is what we strive to have here. This is just who we are.
You can watch them like grow to be like a real sweet cow if you stay around them long enough. I actually did have a cow that I taught how to hug me and all that.
I want people to know about the pride and the responsibility that farmers feel. There is a story behind every gallon of milk, and I want them to know that we put people first and the product first and with the quality of that product first.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture.
Fight for it. We had a lot of no's. We had several banks tell us no before we got a yes. So just don't give up and pursue your passions.
Minutes, bro. That missile gets launched, you got minutes.
Have we seen DEFCON 2 before? No.
Is this real?
There's a terrible stigma that people believe that if you're on Medicaid that you don't work. The majority of people on Medicaid do work. The ones that don't work are children. We have a lot of adults that are on Medicaid that do work. They just can't afford insurance. So their income is low enough that they still qualify for Medicaid. So they come to us and we find the best plan for them. If that goes away, that's gonna hurt a lot of people. It's gonna make our job a little harder, but we're still gonna be there for all of our patients.
I'm the type of person that I view my life through the lens of music, TV shows, and honestly just all the media that I consume. So music has helped me sort of understand myself, understand situations in my life ever since I was a little kid. So whether or not I'm focusing on music, like pursuing it, it will always be something that is very important to me.
There's no way they're all here.
They're all here.
Are you kidding me? How's the straight jacket? Thank you, Lucas.
And all the
Great on fish, great on beef. It's even good with chips.
Hey guys, I'm Michaela Lane and welcome to my tour bus.
Okay.
They're experiencing your enthusiasm, your love.
What is it that you want to achieve every day? What is that footprint that you're trying to leave?
Lux Style Fashion Week celebrates diversity in fashion. I was kind of always looked over in the industry, so I find it very important to highlight diversity, especially in this day and age. I think that a lot of brands don't always see the diversity in the world. Everybody is different, everybody is unique, so I think it is very important to highlight that in fashion because everyone is different, everyone is beautiful, everyone is important. And fashion is for everyone.
Some people have seen clips of the building and the interior and they come with the concept that it's fine dining, even though all of our social media clearly states it's not. But we're just really passionate about having a beautiful space with a good bite to eat when not being stuffy. And we're right between all the colleges and businesses. And we just want people to be able to come in, get a muffin, get a coffee, or get a whole meal. But you really wouldn't do that in fine dining. You're not going to go to a fine dining restaurant and buy a pastry
and work on your homework.
And work on your homework. So we just kind of wanted to feel homey, like you might just pop down with your book bag or your briefcase or your diaper bag and stay a while and do whatever you want to do. Visit, make connections. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. At the end of life, that's the most important thing we have is connections with other humans. And we just wanted to create a beautiful space and a nice bite to eat and facilitate those connections. So
nice. Love that. Now talk about the curated menu. Was it intentional and what's on it?
It was again, every decision was really intentional. Right now, it's an abbreviated menu where our food providers are trying to keep up with the demand, which we've been blown away by the demand. So in order to facilitate that, we have chosen some of our favorite things off the menu, and it changes breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Okay.
But somebody was asking me about it today, and it's not quite half of what our full menu would be.
Okay.
Maybe a third more, but anyway, we just tried to pick things that we love and that we've seen in our travels, but I would say the majority of it is just stuff we cook at home.
Okay.
And we've cooked, our mother has cooked, and of course stuff has changed over the years, but just really good food that we've cooked that we want to share with everyone. Everybody is talking about the double smash burger. The first time I tasted this specific burger, I thought about it for 2 days afterwards, like, I gotta have more of that. So, and we hear that all the time. We had a friend come in yesterday that said, his wife got that at one of our soft opening events. That would be like 3 weeks ago. And he said he literally has thought about it every day since then. And he came back yesterday. It was the first time he could get in because we've had lines out the door to have it. So the burgers been a big hit. That's one of them. And then a harvest bowl, which has also been a huge hit. It is, honestly, it tastes like a warm hug. It's got steak. It's very hearty, quinoa, Brussels, sweet potatoes, kind of a maple drizzle, pecans, cranberries. It's really, really good. And then the other thing I think we have is the figgy toast, which is just a play on kind of like your toast thing. It has prosciutto and fig jam, goat cheese, candied jalapenos, pistachios. It's really, really good too. Like while we're casual dining, we really wanted it to feel elevated. We've used that term a lot, elevated casual dining. Sure. It is, you can compare it to other kind of casual dinings, but we do have a ribeye on the menu in the evening. So like it is a little more elevated.
Fantastic. And finally, for those out there who are sort of thinking, wow, I really want the courage to do that one day or step out and try it. If you could put all those nightmares aside, because we've all been through them as you're building things, what would you say to that person who's just thinking about stepping out?
I would say, why not? Why not do it? Why not try? I mean, you can fail or not, but why not try?
I would also say to that, like, there is a strength in that there's two of us. So
find a sister.
Yes, find somebody to help you. I can't even,
Yeah, I could
But
not
also,
imagine
I
doing it
say
alone.
do it. I say do it. Life's too short. My goodness, do it.
And if you have a passion about something, it will come through usually.
Yeah.
And we're very passionate and always have been passionate about hospitality. Our homes have always been places where, even growing up, people gather. Our mom was a single mom. She worked nonstop, but she had a clean house and food on the table every night. And it was just the three of us, but we had so many friends around our table almost every night. I mean, just laughing, lingering after dinner, hanging out. And we are passionate about that and that connection, and I think it's come through. And just creating a space for that.
Yeah, and the way people feel in a space and feel around you, you know, like also even the name the table, when she was talking about like our mom's table that everybody gathered around, that's kind of even the inspiration for the name, is like everything in life happens around a table where you can, good things, bad things, serious things, funny things. I mean, it all happens, business, you know, and so just to have a place with tables that people can do that around is just kind of our dream.
Yeah. So if you have a passion about something and you're good at it and go for it. The financing.
That's the biggest
That'll
thing.
be a big thing, yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
But fight for it. We had a lot of no's. We had several banks tell us no before we got a yes. So just don't give up and pursue your passions.
People trying to becoming more self-sustainable is becoming a very popular thing, but we've kind of done it forever. So we do it with our cows, you know, we use their manure to fertilize our fields, to grow their feed, to produce the milk, to produce, you know, whatever we need.
I think there's a simple satisfaction to seeing a green crop in the spring. When everything's mud, you have some green, it makes you happy. It's good for the ground, it's good for your spirit.
Tell us a little bit about your singing and when you got interested in it.
I was interested in it like from the time I was a little kid. It was mostly just my love for theater, I think, that made me want to learn to sing.
And where do you think you got that beautiful singing voice? Do you think it was from your mother?
No.
There are some really cool features about this Airbnb in Springfield, Missouri. The wine selection left by the host. The heated pool. It's November.
Not bad.
When it comes to the music I like to sing, I take a lot of influence from other ladies with deeper singing voices. Specifically, I love Amy Winehouse. I love to sing her music. Fiona Apple and Etta James. Fiona Apple in particular, I really love because not only are most of her songs in my vocal range, but I think that she is just a brilliant lyricist and I really connect with a lot of her music.
We look for every opportunity to make our patients' lives better. There are so many needs and medication isn't always the answer for everyone. Sometimes we can see someone that's sick and maybe what's making them sick is their food security or that their water is not what it should be, and maybe that's making them sick. So as a community health center, that's our mission, to help as many people as we possibly can, understanding the complexity of the issues that they have, looking for ways that will make people's lives better.
Here on the Spiel, we love to have interviews from all over, from our hometowns all the way to Hollywood. But it's really, really special whenever we're able to have our friends and loved ones on the show. And so today, meet my daughter, Lux. And Lux is going to be singing some songs for us. What do you got for us today? Country?
No.
Rap?
No.
I know you know some rap. It's probably not appropriate. You know some rap, right?
I'm not gonna. No.
Okay, what do you got for us? What do you got?
Probably some Amy Winehouse and Etta James and Fiona Apple.
Okay. All right. So you're just gonna do a little bit of everything.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. All right, sister. Show us what you got.
At last, my love has come along, and I tread a troubled track. My odds are stacked. I go back to black. I said, honey, I don't feel so good, don't feel justified. Come on, put a little love here in my voice. Something deep down in my soul said, cry, girl. When I saw you, won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
And who are you representing? Who are you representing?
I'm representing Tri Sigma in that.
And that's a really big honor. You were chosen among all of the people who tried out in your sorority to represent your sisters.
My son saw this film and he said to me, it's the first time that I've seen you be my mother in a film. I could see you. And that put sort of an emotional tang to it.
When I'm on stage, basically all I'm thinking about is my performance. I try not to think about who's watching me because I don't want to kind of psych myself out. And yeah, I just try to enjoy the moment because it's something that I really do enjoy doing.
It's about the guest experience. A young lady came in, she's very celiac, and Christy goes, listen, this lady would like potato skins. She's never had them. So I actually cooked the potato skins gluten-free and made them for her. And she started crying at the table. She goes, I've never had this. This is amazing. And she was like 13, 14 years old. And I'm like, wow. So now we've got to the point where it's become pie. We got a gluten bread.
People come to us because they know that we'll be accommodating.
I do the person-centered approach. I want to make sure that I'm talking to the patient and I'm sharing information with them, and I provide active listening.
And the biggest thing that geriatric patients need help with is understanding their medical care. They see so many different specialists. So it takes me in the front line to sit them down, make sure that their medications are correct, understand what specialist they're seeing, and get the most recent visit notes.
Welcome back. We are here in the beautiful sponsored home here in Springfield, Missouri, and we're back here with Lux. And Lux, thanks so much for singing for us.
Yes, you're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about your singing
And when you got interested in it.
I was interested in it like from the time I was a little kid. I was really into theater. So
Yes,
I was
you
like a
were.
big theater
You were very
kid.
into theater. Yes, you were a theater kid.
It was mostly just my love for theater, I think, that made me want to learn to sing, like get a voice coach and everything.
And where do you think you got that beautiful singing voice? You think it was from your mother?
No, it's probably from like, it's not from my dad either. It's probably from like someone on my dad's side though, for sure.
Yeah, it was not. It was not for me. I can guarantee that. So now you're here at Missouri State, and you are in a singing competition. So tell us a little bit about that.
I'm doing Rock Star, which is basically just a singing contest between like the different dorms. They all have a team, and then all the fraternities and the sororities have a team. So,
and who are you representing? Who are you representing?
I'm representing Tri Sigma in that.
And that's a really big honor. You were chosen among all of the people who tried out in your sorority to represent your sisters. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they voted on like a video that I sent in, and I didn't know that they were all gonna see the video, so I looked really chopped, and it was like,
I know she had wet hair.
Yeah, so, but yeah.
But you had that confidence. You didn't even care. You were like, my voice is going to speak for itself. It doesn't matter that I am straight out of the show.
Well, I didn't know that they were all going to see it. So, but yeah. So
I'm going to call it confidence. You call it chance, whatever. So what do you think you're going to do with your singing? I mean, this competition is big. Super cool thing to do on campus. Do you think you'll do anything else with singing?
I mean, hopefully, like if something else comes up, maybe.
You're just aspiring now just to be a TikTok star, right?
Stop.
Any questions that you want to ask me?
Why did you go to jail? Why did you go to jail in college?
Lux Style Fashion Week is a brand that is developing very rapidly. We have already been to Nashville, Miami, New York. We're going to be going to Paris soon. We are going to be seen in Bali. We're going to be seen all around the world. We're going to be going to Thailand soon. So we're going to be internationally seen all over the world.
There's a terrible stigma that people believe that if you're on Medicaid that you don't work. The majority of people on Medicaid do work. The ones that don't work are children. We have a lot of adults that are on Medicaid that do work. They just can't afford insurance. So their income is low enough that they still qualify for Medicaid. So they come to us and we find the best plan for them. If that goes away, that's gonna hurt a lot of people. It's gonna make our job a little harder, but we're still gonna be there for all of our patients.
I'm the type of person that I view my life through the lens of music, TV shows, and honestly just all the media that I consume. So music has helped me sort of understand myself, understand situations in my life ever since I was a little kid. So whether or not I'm focusing on music, like pursuing it, it will always be something that is very important to me.
Sedona means tranquility. I'm Christy Rosicki.
I am Ron Brzicki,
the owners of Sedona Bistro.
All we can do is supply good food, good service, and do the best we can every day. You come in, my job is to prove that, hey, we're good enough that you want to come back.
It was definitely an honor to be able to represent my sorority in Rockstar, especially because there were a lot of other good singers who tried out. And I hope in the future I can have other opportunities like this. I would love to get more involved in my sorority and particularly use my specific skills to just contribute.
We've talked about the singing a little bit, but on the Spiel, we like to do a little bit of lighthearted, funny stuff. So I am going to have a little, not really a game, but I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? There's going to be off the cuff. You're not prepared. She's not been prepped. Number one, question number one.
Okay.
If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance theme song be?
Oh, God. Something really sad to, like, throw them off.
Okay.
Also, I think it'd be funny.
Well, you and I don't share the same sense of humor, but that's neither here nor there. If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
Dolphins.
Why do you think so?
If you look it up, like, they're actually, like, a really interesting, like, they're a really messed up species. Like, they're almost as messed up. I feel like dolphins and chimpanzees are the two most, like, scariest animals that, like, you wouldn't think are scary.
Really? They seem so lovely and
yeah, you would think
friendly.
so. And I've tried to tell you the truth about dolphins before, and you, like, are like, no. You probably blocked it from your memory.
You know what? Yeah, that's right. Okay. What is your very favorite thing about your mother?
It's like such a weird question. I don't know. Like, you're very involved. You know? Yeah. I mean, you came up, you drove just to see me in Rockstar, so, and it's like 3.5 hours, so. And I'm able to tell you pretty much everything, like, mostly.
Yeah, we have a pretty good relationship. Yeah. Some things I don't want to know, but I'll still listen to them. If you were stranded on a desert island, would you rather be alone or with your worst enemy?
Alone. Well, I could eat him. So I could.
Okay, practical thinking. I like that. That's smart, honey. Any questions that you want to ask me? Man,
She's
not very curious about her mother.
No, I know everything about you pretty much.
Okay, well.
Why did you go to jail? Why did you go to jail in college?
That is a myth.
It was AI.
That did not happen. Thanks so much for being with us in Lux. Thanks, honey, so much for singing for us here in our lovely home in Springfield, Missouri. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
If we do not take steps to neutralize our enemies now, we will lose our window to do so.
Hi, I'm Russell Utterback, Utterback Real Estate. We established our business in 1980. My wife and I have been in this business for 45 years.
Made a lot of, not just clients, but good friends from it.
It's just a great experience to work alongside my parents and help the family business grow.
I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. This is truly family, and I feel like a part of it.
And we appreciate this small rural community and helping people with their real estate needs.
There's no way they're all here.
They're all here.
Are you kidding me? Toss me a straight jacket. Thank you, Lucas.
And all
Great on fish, great on beef. It's even good with chips.
Hey guys, I'm Michaela Lane and welcome to my tour bus.
They're experiencing your enthusiasm, your love.
What is it that you want to achieve every day? What is that footprint that you're trying to leave?
I think that animation is such a special and beautiful way of telling a story, and I also think that is something that can be used very intentionally to make the message of a story hit about 10 times harder than it would be if it was live action.
One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patients, whether they can pay, whether they're really wealthy, or, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about, their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. And we're very non-judgmental, so no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
A lot of the times with the process for finding the designers, some of them find us, which is exciting. But sometimes when we're looking for designers, we do obviously look for more luxurious brands, but we look for brands that do celebrate diversity and that highlight diversity within the luxury realm, because we don't see a lot of luxury brands that do that. So I think that it's really important to be able to say that luxury is for all bodies, luxury is for everyone.
Approximately 3 minutes ago, we detected an ICBM over the Pacific. Current flight trajectory is consistent with impact somewhere in the continental United States.
Have we seen DEFCON 2 before? No.
Is this real?
My first question goes out to you. As a former president for 6 years of NBC News, you were witness to a lot of world events, world tensions. How did that experience inform your idea, your process, your creation of the screenplay for this film?
Well, the nuclear issue is one that I've been fascinated by for a long time, and I covered it at NBC. I was there when North Korea became a nuclear power, and the world instantly became that much more dangerous. In terms of putting the film together, it just allowed me to have a long list of people that I could reach out to ask, how would this actually unfold if a scenario like this took place? I mean, one of the many things that makes Kathryn Bigelow one of the great filmmakers of our time is her commitment to authenticity. So as soon as we started working on this, she said, call everyone you know, find the people who were actually in these rooms and ask them, how would it happen? How would they speak to one another? And that's what we did.
I always thought just being ready is the point. It keeps the villain in check. Keeps the world straight. They see how prepared we are. No one starts a nuclear war.
First of all, Rebecca, this is an amazing film. You do great work in this, as does the rest of the cast. Your character in this film is a wife and a mother, as are you in real life. So how did that backstory inform or influence the choices that you made in this film? Because, you're faced with a possibility of never seeing your loved ones again.
The stakes are so high in this film. And I think when you break it down, she is a mother and she has, a husband equally as much as many in the room are fathers with children. You just don't depict those stories in my Situation Room. So I think when we shot these scenes, it was easy for me to relate to the grandiosity of grief, knowing that I wanted to protect my child. But what was quite lovely is we had such an order of things that needed to be done in a certain way, and we only had 18 minutes to tell a story. That was quite hard to actually kind of infiltrate all of those emotional, human fears that everyone in that room was sitting on. But yeah, I think as a mother, it worked very well for me when they offered that role to me. It was in the script.
Get in the car and just start driving.
If we do not take steps to neutralize our enemies now, we will lose our window to do so.
And Tracy, in your scenes, as well as the rest of the cast, you're dealing with a lot of technical jargon and also maintaining this sense of tension that just builds throughout this film. What was that like for you, tackling that as an actor with all of this intense dialogue?
Really challenging. I had the first time I read the script, I kind of couldn't make heads or tails out of it because I don't speak that language. All of the acronyms, the strange sort of NADSAT military speak. I don't speak that language. So the first job for me is just a job of translation, trying to understand. Sometimes we're asked as actors to kind of learn a different language. I remember when I did The Big Short, and we had to learn this financial language, which is not a language that if you're not in money, you don't speak that language. You have to learn what all those words mean, or you have to make substitutions for those words. So learning the language, getting the language down was the first and most challenging part.
And with you, you're one of the younger members of the cast here. So we've got a generation that nuclear war is sort of an abstract concept. So this kind of brings it home to you that you really are aware of just how fragile it can be. Wouldn't you agree?
Minutes, bro. That missile gets launched, you got minutes. And I think that, and there was so much information given to us while shooting this movie that, I didn't know. All of us, most of us didn't know on that set. That was jarring, and just the fact that, that there are people watching every missile. Like, there are people who their sole job is to watch and monitor every single missile that is launched around the world 24 hours a day.
Approximately 3 minutes ago, we detected an ICBM over the Pacific. Current flight trajectory is consistent with impact somewhere in the continental United States.
Have we seen DEFCON 2 before? No.
Is this real?
Stratcom is asking for launch instructions right now.
This film takes place over the course of 18 to 20 minutes tops. So if you were in one of the target cities and you knew that you only had 20 minutes left, if you couldn't get in touch with them, what would you do with that last 20 minutes?
What's next for me, artistically speaking? Well, I guess just get my portfolio together. Like, I'm constantly working on new art to put in my portfolio and just get myself into that BFA program at my school.
I like CRHPC because I like our mission. We provide care to anybody regardless of their payment status, if they can pay or they can't pay.
I think it's very important that we are a rural health clinic.
Being from Southern Illinois, I know it can be difficult to find the physician or the specialist that you need in our area.
The doctors are wonderful. They're very helpful to their patients, and we just try to provide the best service that we possibly can.
It's the simplicity of it, the everyday. It's the normal people that are making this and doing this and holding it up and protecting us and responsible for it. And when you meet them and you do talk to them, it's very difficult not to have a lot of respect and humbleness for their simplicity and their own humbleness in what they do. Yes, I sat there through all the Obama years, and I was there when we were hunting bin Laden. It's just like, dude, seriously, this is some of the. And what they've done and who they are with it is incredible.
My son saw this film and he said to me, "It's the first time that I've seen you be my mother in a film. I could see you." And that put sort of an emotional tang to it, because that is what this film is. With the jargon, with all the technicalities, all of the words, these people are so trained. They are so good at what they do. They are more equipped with information than the person who sits on the finger on the nuclear weapon.
I'm gonna need you to breathe.
We are talking about hitting a bullet with a bullet.
So it's a coin toss? That's what $50 billion buys us?
But they are also supposed to be neutral in this room, without opinion, without decisions. They're a switchboard of the highest intelligence to know who should speak to whom at a certain time. And that's exciting. It's exciting to be put in a room and learn things. And also to have Larry Pfeiffer, who was the actual Jason Clarke of the room, who would just say, no, you wouldn't pick that phone up. You would do this, or you stay seated, or, all of the detail that went in to sort of try and make it precise.
If we get this wrong, none of us are going to be alive tomorrow.
There is no plan B.
We did everything right?
This film takes place over the course of 18 to 20 minutes tops. So if you were in one of the target cities and you knew that you only had 20 minutes left, and some of your other castmates have taken getting in touch with your loved ones off the table, if you couldn't get in touch with them, what would you do with that last 20 minutes?
Rebecca?
You, Rebecca.
Oh, man.
See, it came to mind because I was thinking that as an audience member.
Tell me, what were you going to say?
I probably would think of my loved ones and pray if I couldn't get in touch with them. And so did Anthony give that sort of answer.
I mean, I think what happens in chaos, what is hope? What is, if I'm Rebecca, but am I Rebecca in that environment? Is there anything to be done? Is there safety that can be done in other ways? Where can I be of use? But if you take all of that away,
I'll make it easy. You can get in touch with your family.
Within a second, I would protect the people I love.
None of this makes sense. Making all these bombs and all these plans. But walls are just ready to blow.
CBD, how does it work? Our body has a system. It's called the endocannabinoid system. These are receptors in the body, in the brain, the nerve cells, and the gut, and some other tissues and organs as well. They're called CB1 and CB2 receptors. So CBD per se does not activate CB1 or CB2 receptors. Marijuana or THC works on the CB1 and CB2 receptors. But CBD works around those receptors and creates a process where it stops the reuptake of naturally occurring chemicals which play a role in pain control, sleep, and anxiety. CBD creates a calmness, lets you sleep better. Now, studies have shown CBD does help with inflammation as well, which, as you know, is a big source of pain and stiffness. You have to look at the risk and benefit analysis of your life and of your health as to if at this juncture, CBD will make sense for you.
Awesome. Okay.
As vehicles have evolved, so have our attitudes about safety. Seatbelts were a welcome addition, and fortunately, we found a way to protect our little ones as well. We added airbags and safety glass, and a long list of other safety features, but there's still something that doesn't come standard, and that's clean air. Only you can protect your passengers from the toxic chemicals in secondhand smoke. So thank you for keeping others safe by choosing not to smoke in your car.
It all starts here. Our Amish craftsmen take their years of experience and combine it with the finest materials to create the building of your dreams. You know quality. You deserve the best. Let us deliver it to your door. Ozark Portable Buildings. Your building, your way.